Welcome to Backseat Directing,
where we talk about movies, TV shows, comics, and more.
We're your hosts,
Andrew
and Aaron.
And today we are doing a review of She-Hulk, Episode 8, Ribbit and Rip It. Spoilers are coming.
Daredevil! 3, 2, 1, action. Andrew, it's finally here, the episode with Daredevil. I know you've been waiting forever for this one. Daredevil's one of your favorite superheroes. What'd you think of his first appearance coming back after his Netflix series?
Yeah, like you said, I've been waiting for it. I'm always excited to see Charlie Cox on screen. I love his Daredevil. And I think 2 episodes ago at the end, we got that little teaser with Luke showing the helmet in the box. And I thought for sure he was going to be in the episode following that, but he wasn't. So I
know they just kind of dragged us along, he might show up this episode. Nope. But he might show up in the next one. Nope.
But I was so excited to see him showing up. It's really great. I know Charlie Cox loves the character, so that makes me really happy for him to get the chance to portray him again. And he obviously kills it. We both love the Netflix series, and it was cool to see him in a different kind of suit. I want to talk about the suit a little bit more, but what did you think seeing him on screen for the first time since No Way Home?
Oh, it was great. As soon as he walked in to the courtroom late and he's like, sorry, I'm having
trouble finding
parking. Yeah. he just has good charisma in the character, he pulls off the character really well. Like you said, he feels like a really big fan, just kind of having fun,
Yeah, right away in the courthouse scene, I feel like I already feel the touch of Disney on the writing of the character.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not my favorite thing. I didn't like the line where he's lying. Don't ask how I know. It's I mean, why did you need to say, don't ask how I know? I didn't think it was really that funny as just an obvious nod to the fact that he can hear heartbeats to the audience. But I feel like they're going for the obvious Marvel jokes, and it's definitely
who is he talking to in that point?
It's a line that never would have been written in the Netflix series, but I think it's what a lot of us have expected going into a Daredevil in the Disney MCU now. But that is, kind of a small critique for the fact that we're getting Charlie Cox back as Daredevil,
I think it was definitely the best courthouse or courtroom scene that we've gotten so far in She-Hulk.
I thought you were going to say with Daredevil, because I was going to question.
Oh, no.
Dude, the TV show has so many good scenes. The Punisher scenes with Daredevil are so great.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. She-Hulk, not Daredevil, for sure.
Yeah. What did you think about we should get to talking about She-Hulk in general too, not just Daredevil in this conversation, but what did you think about the new suit? We saw a little bit of it in the trailer. We saw the helmet in episode 6. What did you think about seeing the new suit in its full glory?
So I didn't think I was going to like it. I'm very partial to the dark reds and even his black cloth suit and stuff. So I didn't really think I was going to like it, but it played off better the more I saw it. And I liked it more and more as the episode went on. What did you think?
I am not the biggest fan of the yellow suit in the comics. So the only comic I've read with the yellow suit was Daredevil Yellow by Logan Sale, which I wasn't a huge fan of that book of Daredevil Yellow, but the suit's okay, I think, in that comic. I think that they brought it to the screen really well. I do like the way it looks. I would still, my all-time favorite Daredevil suit is still going to be season 1 of Netflix series. I love the all black and the way that the mask just covers that whole upper half of his face. That is going to be my favorite suit. And I really like the red. I like the gold that they went with. I think this suit looked really good. It's just not my favorite Daredevil suit.
Yeah, we did get to see him using his sticks a little bit. And we got to see it with the extension part. Did we ever see that in the Netflix series?
So in season 2, they do they have the billy clubs, and he does attach them into the staff, and he uses them to like swing from things and extends them. But they kind of like drew back on that for season 3 of the Netflix series and brought him back to like the more primitive version of Daredevil. I think just to like reground the show, which I think worked really well because I like season 3 a lot better. But we did see a little bit of it in season 2.
Yeah, but it was cool to see that in She-Hulk real quick as he like kind of threw it, hit the person in the head, brought it right back. It was cool. What did you think about the fight scenes in general with Daredevil? Because obviously that's a highlight of the Netflix show. So that was kind of like a big factor going into the MCU version of Matt Murdock and Daredevil. Like, how are the fight scenes going to be? What did you think?
Yeah, we always talk about the grounded fighting in the Netflix original series Daredevil, which I love. And I think they strayed kind of from that a little bit, but that's not really a complaint for me. I like seeing him more as like the comic book superhero kind of movement. Like his movement's unrealistic, yes, for a human being, but in this universe, like it's just really cool to see him like flipping around She-Hulk, jumping down the side of buildings. Like he's the way the car gets stopped and he goes flying and just turns it into this smooth like roll and comes up standing like unfazed. That was really cool. Like it's cool to see him move like that.
The one move that I thought was like, I actually said, oh, that was cool, was when She-Hulk was coming up for like a punch or something, and he like just starts falling back like a trust fall, and then like lands and like flips back up. I was like, oh, that was smooth. That was good.
I think the flying off the car into the roll was my favorite. Like, wow, that was cool move by him. Like he just flew like 30 feet and he like smoothly stands back up. Like this guy's super smooth. But there was a lot of cool movement. I do think with that additional movement, especially in a TV show, you know, as opposed to a movie, we see a little bit of like the budget showing, like when he's jumping down the side of the parking garage or when She-Hulk's holding him up in the air, you can like see special effects in a little bit more of an obvious way. But that's going to be expected, you know, at times with some of the TV show. And we'll see him in another show soon in Echo. So we'll see how it fares moving forward. But most of his fighting, I thought, looked really good.
Yeah, like you were talking about, it seemed pretty comic accurate, right? Like you have those classic Daredevil pictures where he's like kind of flying from building to building, and like he's in these like weird acrobatic positions as he's in the middle of the air above skyscrapers. You know, it seemed like we kind of got to see that version of Daredevil in the MCU now.
Yeah, he looks really good. So like I said, I'm still partial to like the Frank Miller style suit. I mean, the Miller Daredevil is written great. It's Frank Miller. He's going to kill it. And I'm still partial to the black suit, but the way he moved and the colors with the predominant yellow or gold on the red, like he looked great. He's Charlie Cox. It was awesome. Like to see him interacting with She-Hulk, who I think is like a great character. So like, I really like their chemistry on the show as well. What did you think about them being a kind of an item?
I think they had good dialogue going back and forth and good chemistry. It felt like the most natural relationship that Jennifer Walters has with anyone else in the show.
She turns to the camera and she's like, are you guys feeling this? And I'm like, of course I'm feeling this. This is Charlie Cox's Daredevil.
For sure. But yeah, like it was nice to kind of see like a natural interaction with the two characters coming from She-Hulk. It was fun. My main question like after was I couldn't remember how his relationship status ended at the end of his Netflix series. So like where he was with Karen Page, who is his kind of his main girlfriend throughout the series. And he had some other little flings and flirts and stuff, but I wondered, I couldn't remember where he left off, and also like where this is in his timeline, which kind of brings us to the big question that everyone wants to know. Is the Netflix series canon?
I haven't heard anything from Marvel like plainly stating whether it is or not. And it does seem a little unclear. I feel like it's not fully canon just because I felt like Kingpin was different in his appearance in Hawkeye. I didn't feel like it was the same Kingpin that I know from Daredevil. So the tonal shift in characters makes me feel like they're not from exactly the same timeline or reality that we saw in the Netflix series. But what do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards it not being canon, especially when we have Charlie Cox saying in an interview that Daredevil Born Again, the new MCU, a Disney Plus show, is a season 1. It's not a season 4. It's kind of its own thing, and we're going to kind of put a new spin on the character. That really makes me feel like it's not connected to the other series. I think the overall like base of the character is the same, like where he has like the same villains and some relationships and stuff, but I don't think that story is necessarily the story that happened before the time that we get to see the MCU's version of the Daredevil. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see, like, if we were going with that timeline, I always wanted him to be with Claire. So with Night Nurse, that would be my ship for Matt Murdock. But I think that we're kind of, like we've been saying, like in a different world. Something else I wanted to talk about, if you've seen our other episodes, our friend Zach talked with me, and he mentioned the line where Matt Murdock says that Luke made him a couple of suits. And I noticed that line, but for whatever reason, I didn't really like correlate it with super suits, which seems super obvious. But Luke made him multiple suits. So going into Echo and the Daredevil series, we might be seeing, other suits besides this gold suit, yellow suit. We'll probably get, Daredevil has tons of suits in the comics. He's got like a black Daredevil suit, a red Daredevil suit. So I'll be interested to see what we get moving forward.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm about it, them experimenting and kind of paying homage to the comics and stuff, like that's cool. But at the same time, just like you, I'm kind of partial to how we were first introduced to Daredevil during the Netflix show. But
it just looks so good.
Overall, yeah, I think I still prefer him to be in the MCU than not.
Yeah, no, I definitely want just more Matt Murdock. I don't think it'll undo any of the greatness they had before. I think it'll still be at the least good. But I'm glad we got the chance to sit and talk about this. This is our first Zoom episode. We can't always be in the same place at the same time, and there's good news going on in the zeitgeist, in the nerd world.
That's right. Yeah, it is. It's good to talk to you. I wish we were in person, but I'm glad we're able to still make this work through the technologies.
All right. Well, this has been a fun special episode. Just if you're watching, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, follow, rate, and share us with all your friends. Reviews help out a ton. We appreciate every view. We'd love it if you guys wanted to comment and interact with us. If you want to watch silently, we're more than happy to have you as well too, but don't be scared to mix it up in the comments. We love to chat with everybody.
All right. And that's a wrap.